Whether I call it Mahamudra, great spatial consciousness, great natural perfection, or Jhana, the state of absolute union, I can neither conceive of it, nor pursue it, nor reach it. I can neither come closer to it, nor get farther away from it, because it is the very nature of my mind. In this total nakedness, I abandon beliefs and concepts, philosophies and certainties, all expectation and all fear. Then it comes forth from my depth. This is where it has always been. The ruby of the heart has only been waiting for my silence. What I would desire got farther away as I came closer to it. What I named would become unveiled. Effort would dry me up. Desire would make me like a powder. The paradox of seeking is that we must start seeking, but this we find only by abandoning seeking. Drifting in another place, I finally came back to the heart. I have read 1,000 descriptions of ambrosia, but I have tasted it only by sipping of it myself. I lost time wanting to probe the unknown, to use up my wits. I cluttered my consciousness. Therefore, I separated myself from the known. I crossed two spheres, the sphere of accumulation and the sphere of forgetting. Finally, I opened my senses to the inexpressible. I realized that the Absolute has no need for my theory of the world. So I stopped obscuring the real. I stopped opposing the concrete and the Absolute, body and mind. I stopped rambling on about the clouds, and finally I saw the sky. Fragmentation maintains suffering and solitude. In the great letting go, everything is luminous. Glory be to the Goddess. Glory be to my own absolute essence. Yoga Spandakarika, the sacred texts at the origins of Tantra. Daniel Odier. The absence of practice is my spiritual method, nothing other than the one spirit. I ask you never to seek anything, because what we seek, we lose in seeking it. Not to look for anything, this is tranquility. Who told you to eliminate anything at all? Look at space. How can you produce it or eliminate it? The only thing to do is to have no opinion at all. The mountains are the mountains. The rivers are the rivers. The earth, the mountains, the rivers, the ocean, the stars are nothing other than your own heart. This perception that consciousness is the universe allows us to be both infinite and present to all little details of life. That is, totally immersed in reality. We do not need to move into a cave or a monastery, because we already contain all that we are looking for outside of ourselves. This is truly the meaning of the practice, to enter into this creative dynamic where we let go completely in relation to the guilt of being, of doing, or of doing too little, of succeeding or failing, of not being this or that, of having certain abilities and not others. We see little by little that all these abilities and all these limits are illusory in relation to our absolute essence, our original nature. Once we consider the whole of our functioning with love, there is blossoming. Tantrism is a path where we learn to respect ourselves completely and to look at the extent to which our marvelous functioning and our innate freedom are hindered by our beliefs, our fears, our hope, our quote-unquote spiritual life. In experiencing freedom from time to time, all these micro-awakenings suspended in space and interspersed with more or less difficult or chaotic periods will become connected to each other and form a luminous and spatial network that will harvest each fleeting moment. From the time these moments of presence become part of our life, we enter into the practice of Mahamudra, but at the same time, we are doing absolutely nothing to practice, to collect spiritual experiences, to increase our quote-unquote awakening capital. A vague act of presence occurs and Mahamudra spreads everywhere. If we are tense, we do violence to ourselves. Practice can then become real aggression towards ourselves. A lot of seekers obsessed with efficiency get lost in this way. Once there is performance, it blocks us. The way is a game that consists of feeling that the only passionate thing in life is this vast abandoning to space. All the while giving to oneself the luxury of waiting for space and silence very gently to occur. When space and silence occur spontaneously, we will once again fall victim to frenzy. In the beginning, this works, indeed quite well. We progress quickly, then suddenly everything disappears. Nothing further happens. Why? Because when intensity is excessive, we stop playing. We become a yogin with a mystical career plan. We predict our awakening in 6 months. We wonder if this will be the time of transmitting. We are already on hold. Our way is regressing to the source. By maintaining the feeling of play, we can find the happy medium. We stop doing too much or too little about it. Our manner of practicing becomes refined, authentic. From time to time, a state emerges, and we allow it to live, to go beyond, to lose itself. Daniel Odier. Yoga Spandakarika.